5 red flags that will destroy your life. Every man needs to learn how to vet women properly. Dating the wrong woman can lead to chaos, drama, stress, financial ruin, and even losing access to your children. There are dozens of red flags out there, but today we're covering the top 5 absolute deal breakers. These aren't preferences, these are warnings. Ignore them at your own risk. Red flag number 1. The feminist. Feminists operate from a victim mindset, and every victim needs an oppressor. For feminists, that oppressor is always men. Always the patriarchy. Here's the problem. At some point, conflict will arise in your relationship, and when it does, she will side with her sisterhood. You'll become the entitled male, the enemy, the problem. Feminists are exhausting to be around. They carry resentment toward men as part of their identity. That resentment will eventually be directed at you. Avoid them entirely. Red flag number 2. The violent woman. There should be zero tolerance for women who cannot control their emotions. Women who snap, women who throw things, women who escalate situations into physical confrontation. These women are dangerous, not because they can physically overpower you, but because the system will side with them. She initiates violence, but you end up in handcuffs. You end up in the back of a police car. Your life gets destroyed while she plays the victim. Here's a useful question to ask on early dates. Have you ever been in the back of a police car? Keep it casual. Make it part of normal conversation. You'll be surprised how quickly women with violent histories will reveal themselves. They often tell these stories proudly. If she has a history of violence, walk away. She's not worth dating. She's not even worth a casual arrangement. Just stay away. Red flag number 3. Excessive tattoos and piercings. This one generates debate. Some men have preferences for tattooed women, but the pattern is undeniable. Doctors, psychologists, and emergency room staff all report the same observation. Women who show up with drama, chaos, and self-created crises almost always have heavy tattoos and body modifications. There's a direct correlation between the markings on their body and the dysfunction in their life. Tattoos and piercings often signal deeper issues: impulsivity, poor decision-making, a need for external validation, past trauma that hasn't been addressed. If you've only dated women with tattoos, try dating women without them. Notice the difference in stability, drama levels, and overall peace in your life. Red flag number 4. High body count. This is non-negotiable for long-term relationships. A woman who has shared her body with dozens of men is not suitable for commitment. The data is clear. The probability of a successful, long-term marriage drops dramatically with each prior sexual partner. The decline begins after just 3 partners. 3. And most women in their 30s today have numbers far beyond that. A few dozen is not uncommon. Each partner she's had reduces her ability to pair bond. Each one makes it harder for her to commit fully to you and to a family. The research supports this consistently. If you want a wife, if you want a mother for your children, if you want a woman who will stay committed through difficult years, her history matters. Screen for it. Red flag number 5. Single mothers. This applies even if you're a father yourself. Dating a single mother means accepting responsibility for another man's children without any authority over them. You'll be expected to pay for dinners, attend birthday parties, take them on vacations, help with homework, teach them skills. But the moment you try to set boundaries or enforce discipline, you'll be shut down. You have all the responsibilities of a father with none of the authority. You'll also deal with baby daddy drama. The ex will always be in the picture. There will be conflicts, scheduling issues, and emotional baggage that never fully disappears. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You're essentially abandoning your own reproductive strategy to raise another man's genetic offspring. Your resources, your time, your energy, all redirected away from your own potential family. The juice is not worth the squeeze. The one exception. There's only one scenario where dating a single mother might be acceptable. If you're a single father with a daughter, and she has a daughter around the same age, there's potential compatibility. The children can be friends. They can entertain each other. There's no risk of inappropriate dynamics between opposite-sex step-siblings. But she must also have zero other red flags. She must be attractive. She must genuinely desire you. She must be willing to follow your lead. This combination is extremely rare. We're talking about finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. For most men, the better strategy is simply dating women without children, even if you have children yourself. Red flags often cluster together. One final observation. These red flags tend to appear together. A feminist is more likely to be a party girl, more likely to have tattoos, more likely to throw fits when she doesn't get her way. A woman with daddy issues is more likely to have a high body count because she seeks validation from men. When you spot one red flag, look for others. They usually travel in packs. Can red flags be fixed? Some red flags can be worked on. Addiction, for example. If she recognizes her drinking is a problem and she's actively addressing it, that's a woman worth considering. But most red flags are deeply ingrained. They're part of her identity, part of her worldview. They don't change easily, and they certainly won't change just because she met you. Date women with red flags if you want, but understand what you're inviting into your life. Chaos, stress, drama, financial loss, potentially losing your children. Or choose wisely. Find a woman who complements your life instead of consuming it. The choice is yours. Subscribe for more content on building the life you actually want.